So, hi Vicky, you're the MailOnline Science and Technology reporter. Thanks so much for joining us today. Firstly, I wanted to ask you, how would you describe your relationship with PRs?
Well, I've been a journalist for about 6-7 years now, and I completely get that it's not a black and white, it's not a one-way street. I need PRs as much as they need me. So I'm quite keen to develop these relationships, to get to know PRs individually, but also agencies. I think it's key to know how an agency works in regards to their clients. And then also, the agencies are there, or in-house PRs are there representing their clients. So if I want something, if I want a certain client's coverage, or I want a story from someone, or I want a statement, or I want a comment, it's a lot easier for me to go to a PR that I've already got an established relationship with and just explain exactly what I want. What also I find helps is if I've already got a relationship with someone, when they then pitch to me and I need to give feedback on something, I know they're going to take it the right way. They're going to know who I am, they're going to know how I work, and all the feedback that I give is going to be honest and helpful.
How can PRs best help you with content?
The MailOnline is really picture-led, so when it comes to stories, it's always a good idea to have a picture in mind. I mean, sometimes stories don't naturally fit with a picture, but studies and surveys and those sorts of things, it doesn't necessarily have to be some great photographic display. We're talking about graphs, we're talking about charts. We're basically, how can you bring the story to life in pictures? The MailOnline is in a really good position because we do have such a strong, when you look on the site, we're so picture heavy. And that's actually, that's a benefit. Sometimes our readers will come on and they want things quickly. So we want, so from a journalist point of view, I need it the same way. So I need to be told straight away what the story is, sell it to me in the subject line, make sure, like bullet points, when pitching to me, try and sell me the story as if I was going to sell it on the site, because then I know exactly how it fits.
Are you happy to meet execs from science and technology companies and expand your contact book?
I think it's really useful. I think sometimes getting in a room with them, you can then explain to a client, which it can be very difficult, I think, when I give feedback to a PR and then PR has to feed that back to a client. Sometimes there's so many different levels I have to go through that Chinese whispers, and sometimes either my message doesn't get through or it gets lost or there's something missed. So sometimes it's really good for me to sit down with them, sit down with the client and explain why certain stories can't be covered, or why when they've pitched us before it didn't work. The only problem is that time is so precious at the MailOnline that it needs to relate to something we're working on currently, or something that we're thinking of working on. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go and have coffee with all the lovely invitations that I get from all of these companies. So it might be a case of if they really want to meet me, and I'm more than happy to, it might have to wait a couple of weeks, for example. But I'm certainly not adverse to doing it.